Football League.
We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Tonight, a Sunday night blockbuster, part of the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. It's the Denver Broncos and the Washington Commanders. On the Denver sideline, you get a look at their head coach, hoping his guys took full advantage of the late season off week in the schedule, trying to heal up now for the stretch run. On the other side, Commanders head coach Dan Quinn. His team also on the bye last week, so both teams should come in here with fresh legs and ready to go. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen, glad you're with us. That's the veteran Justin Tucker, ready to get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. Second season now for Bo Nix.
I think if you asked every player around the league, going into the bye week, it is critical that you come in off of a win. It just makes the coaches in better moods. It makes everybody in the building in a better mood. And certainly it makes your time away from the team a little bit easier. So they've had a long week thinking back to their loss the week before. And hopefully they were able to address a lot of those issues. And they certainly want a different result today.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. Open man downfield, that's Ingram. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. An even 40 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
Now it's Dobbins. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Frankie Luvu there to make the play defensively.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
On second down, it's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
And it's third down.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He finds Mims. It's complete. And he's in. What a drive. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this looks like a completely different offense from a week ago. They just couldn't get anything going. Their self-inflicted penalties, the opposing team really had their way with them, but they looked really sharp. They had a great opening script. They executed it to perfection. And then not only to sustain possession, Mike, but so important nowadays is to win those possessions in the red zone and come away with 6.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He gets it to go. Broncos will take a 7-0 lead.
Broncos 7, Commanders nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. here come the Commanders, and they are led by the Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2024. Greg, it was such a good rookie campaign for Jayden Daniels out of LSU.
Everyone loves to dive into whether a bye comes at a good time, a bad time, and I really just think it's a matter of perspective. So here we got a team that was hot. They were rolling, multiple wins going into their bye week. And I can tell you what, the energy around that building, going into a bye, know you're playing really good ball, it makes that week a lot better, certainly, than the alternative.
First down run, netted 3, so we've got a 2nd and 7 here. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. John Franklin Myers getting in to record his 9th sack of the year.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Now pass deep for McLaurin. That's caught. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play there for Washington. That goes for 58.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover. And plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
Left side, it's caught by Brown. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Washington. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings them right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
On second down, it's Daniels. He's going to tuck it in, and he's into the end zone. What a response! Jayden Daniels, touchdown Commander. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. This game here tonight, a rematch of Super Bowl 22 back in 1988. You think about the 80s, that was the John Madden broadcaster sweet spot, if you will. Remember how much he loved the Hogs? John really gave offensive linemen a personality, a face. Loved those guys. And it came through in the broadcast and helped their celebrity status as well. And over the years, you watch broadcasters highlight offensive linemen. John Madden was the one who really got that started. So it's only appropriate on this John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend at EA Sports that we celebrate the big guys. Remember the Hogs and remember the legendary John Madden. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Hold on, set. Ready. Right here, right.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. It was Dorrance Armstrong who was there to get him down. 3rd, they need 8. From the shotgun, here's Nix. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Broncos.
10 yards. And the Broncos, first down. It's a gain of 10. And the Broncos, first down.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll run it with Dobbins out of the pistol. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Second down. Nix. He connects with Mims. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 31 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 14 on the pickup. Good for a Denver first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need...
And he will get into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos. That is a first National Football League touchdown for this rookie back. That is a moment, Greg, that he will cherish forever.
You got to hope he finds that ball. I could promise you every player who has ever scored an NFL touchdown, they have that first one somewhere. I know where mine is. It sits right on top of my shelf. It's a special moment, and they're hoping it's the first of many for this young back.
Here's Lutz now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. The numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here, right up there among the NFL leaders in touchdown passes.
Ready?
They'll go play action here with Daniels. Goes to the middle. He's got McLaurin. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 17 yards that time for number 17.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Two nice play calls here to kick off the drive. 15 more on that one. First and 10.
41-yard line.
Come on, set! 70 line!
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 14-7 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Commanders with the football to begin the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert!
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
To the air again is Daniels. He's got his man downfield. It's Debo. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
Reload!
Robinson. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage, and I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet you he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
They'll motion over Samuel. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniel. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Tag! 19 target.
3rd and goal. It's Daniel. And that is incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders.
And he's going to be taken down. Couldn't get rid of the football. They turn it over. Stopped on 4th and goal.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Throwing is Nix. Ingram able to get open, makes the catch. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate.
He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Chuck Clark there to make the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Throwing. Nix. Moving to his right. Now he'll run it. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and He makes him pay.
Here's Dobbins. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, Broncos.
At the 34-yard line.
Hold on, check. Ready.
A run with Dobbins. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Nix to throw. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Pat Bryant, the target there. And it's going to bring up a third down. They'll throw. It's Nix. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. He's going to bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. What a weekend it's been already in the NFL. 3 games on Thanksgiving, the Black Friday game in Philadelphia, all part of the league saluting the legendary John Madden. This is now known for the entire week for us at EA Sports with great pride as the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. What a great time to honor a great man, his legacy in football. John gave so much of himself through this game, through coaching on the field and broadcasting, to touch generations of NFL fans. No one more deserving of being honored than John Madden.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
Play action. Here's Daniels. There's Ertz. He's got it right side. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
3rd and 9.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Daniels gonna throw again. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Cut.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Tag.
throwing again. Daniels. Firing right side. Brought in by Brown. They face second down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. Jonathan Cooper getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Here comes 2nd and 4. Looking out of the gun, it's Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. After that play, we have one of the Commanders who is down. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll throw with Daniels. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
It's not often that you see a running back be the one that the defense decides to double team in the passing game, but to me this feels like the defense was tipped off. They knew what was coming. They knew where the quarterback was going with the ball.
It is brought in the end zone. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, Washington.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Extra point try now for Tucker. He's got it. And the Commanders are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. A first down throw for Nix. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
And we've seen this throughout the entire game, Mike. These receivers are having a hard time uncovering against this secondary. You force a quarterback to throw into a lot of tightly contested windows, it's going to end up in the wrong hands.
They'll motion over Samuel. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Now Dan Quinn will send out the field goal unit. This a 44-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the Commanders have tied it at 17. Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hanson for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hanson back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Both teams looked good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10.
Ready? Set.
Throwing now, Daniel. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson, and he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Commanders first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Get it.
The motion man here is McLaurin. They'll run it here with Robinson. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yards, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
It's a pickup of 3.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Robinson. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Jaquan McMillan in on the stop.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5. Here's Daniels. Pushed out to his left. He'll try and get there on the ground.
There's no doubt that you appreciate the toughness he shows here, Mike. I mean, for a quarterback to put his head down and pick up some tough yards, his teammates love it. But I'll tell you, his coaches, they want to see him protect himself, understand when he had enough to pick up the first down, to get down and live to play another snap.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Daniels going to keep this himself.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Daniel. Out wide, that's Robinson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches.
Come on, set. Ready.
They'll go with the sneak. And he will have the Commanders' 1st down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that 1st down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the 1st down.
Now pass deep from McLaurin. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
And it looks like he's got enough for the first down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
A run here. It's Chris Rodriguez. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
That's another Washington Commanders first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Roll!
He'll step up and run this. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
Check.
On the option, here's Robinson. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. And he will score! Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We've got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Commanders will go up by 7.
Commanders 24, Broncos 17.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense. And their running back set to go once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. He'll give it to Dobbins. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
He is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 47.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. To the left side, into the hands of Franklin. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Dobbins going to get it now as we start the 4th. Wow, he can certainly be elusive with the football and the feet. Great spin forward. Give him 6 yards on that one.
Gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll let the fullback try to push the box. And he will have a Broncos first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I really like this play call here, Mike, on 3rd down. Yes, it is the 4th quarter, but you've got plenty of time remaining. So keep running your offense, stay with what's worked, and they keep it on the ground and pick up a first down.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 14-yard line.
Throwing, Nix. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
9 yards to go.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
Check, check.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready?
Another run here for Robinson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Broncos.
3rd and 2. Here's Daniels. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Zach Allen. He's in there to drop him. And it leads to 4th down.
They really needed that one, didn't they, Mike? I mean, they have to find a way to keep this as a one-possession game. This will at least give them a chance to do so, depending on what happens here on 4th down.
To return, it's Mims. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Hold on, set. Ready. Ready.
Now it's Dobbins. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hold on, set. Motion. Ready. Ready.
To throw is Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Denver 1st down.
25 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Hold on, set. Ready. Ready. Wait, hunt.
On the ground, here's Dobbins. And a strong 1st down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up 2nd and short.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
Ready. Ready.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
They'll go with a counter on first down. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11. At the Commanders' 24-yard line.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here comes second down. They'll drop to throw. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's another Broncos first down. First and goal, Denver.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
A short game down to the 7.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. Pickup for 2. Brings up second and goal.
Second down, goal to go. They'll throw. It's Nix. Well, the end zone, but it's batted away. Incomplete. He was open for a moment. Defense closed quickly, and now it's third and goal. Throwing is Nix. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Commanders offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Not much happening there, just a short game. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
Got ready.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Here we go. Here we go. Cougar 19.
They'll motion over Samuel. On play action, Daniels. That one is snuffed out. Going to lose yardage. Back to the 3. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. Third and long.
Let's go.
They'll run with Robinson. And that's not going to work at all. He'll manage to get back to the line. That is all. It is fourth down. The Broncos going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. The Commanders about to send this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Now a hit, and he lost the football.
You know, it's so hard to say what goes wrong on these bad snaps, Mike. You know, sometimes it's mechanics, sometimes it's concentration, sometimes, frankly, it's just... bad luck and things go sideways, but he puts a little bit too much juice on it, ends up out of the punter's reach, and now they're heading back to the sideline knowing they just put their defense in a really bad spot.
Second and 11.
70 Timberwolves.
So it's a win here for the Commanders. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.